Welcome to Fanatic Farms.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Fanatic Farms video and another Transformer Tuesday video. So 1989, 1990, the dwindling last gasp years of the Transformer toy line. We were introduced to a new play gimmick, which was the Micromasters. And let's face it, that was just blatant a competition against Micro Machines at the time. You know, everything was smaller back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Everything was a choking hazard. I don't know how or why they were all about yay big, but everything was that big. But yeah, Micromasters, they were deemed they were a smaller robot, which apparently made them more fuel efficient because, you know, the war on Cybertron had gone on for millions and millions of years. Resources are running out. That was the whole concept of Generation 1, the Seasons 1 and 2. So what did they do? What did they decide? They made smaller bodies. Some Transformers were just built smaller. Some normal size Transformers opted to be converted to a smaller body, which makes sense. It really does. You know, smaller body needs less power than a normal sized Autobot or Decepticon. And then you had the Japanese version introducing the Micromasters, which was weird as hell. And that one, I've got to read it, I'm sorry, has the Micromasters being a subgroup of Cybertronians known as Cyberdroids, and they were smaller robots that couldn't transform. And then 4 million years in the past, because they wanted to help towards the war effort for the Autobots, they left Cybertron in search of Optimus Prime in the Creation Matrix, or the Matrix Leadership, or whatever it is. Whilst doing that, the majority of the crew was put in hibernation. A lot of the crew stayed awake to help the ship, running the ship and all that lot. The ship got hit by some, a dimensional shockwave, which then catapulted the ship across the galaxy to Earth, where it crash lands in the 80s, early 80s. But this dimensional shockwave also mutated and evolved these Cyberdroid robots to have the ability to transform. And it also corrupted a couple of them, distorted their processors or whatever minds. And those ones then became Decepticons. So it was a ship of Autobots, crash lands on Earth again in the 80s. So 4 million years after Optimus Prime crash lands on Earth and Megatron, that lot. And they take on Earth vehicle forms. But what I don't get is Micromasters are generally portrayed. Is that the word? Yeah, whatever. Shown to be about the size of a human in robot mode. So what is the point of transforming into a car, a jet, an ambulance, fire engine, space shuttle if the like children car size, you know, the ride-on motor car thing you used to be able to buy? Well, how is that disguising? Yeah, I found that weird. But yeah, that is pretty much how we had these Micromasters, and let's face it, they were just a competition against Micro Machines. In 1989, we got given 6 teams of Micromasters, and each of these teams had 4 robots in them. And like I say, they're all about 2 inches tall, so about Lego minifigure size. And then we also got, in 1989, we got 4 Micromaster station bases, which were pretty much like Ironworks is like a little construction site, and then it turns into like a weapons platform. Is it Air Raid or something? No, it's not Air Raid. That's a aerial bot. There's a jet, and he has literally a runway and a hangar, and then that turns into an anti-aircraft battle and missile emplacement. Placement. Then we also got Micromaster bases, which were large vehicles, which then turned into a base. And then in the 1990s, we got 6 more Micromaster teams, followed by 4 Micromaster combiner squads, which consist of 6 robots, then combined and made into 3 vehicles, and you can interchange them as well. 2 more Micromaster transports, which I will do a video on those 2 at some point. is it Overload or Overhaul and Erector. Just a fucking brilliant name. But yeah, I do plan doing a video on those two at some point. We also had 2 more Micromaster combiner bases. So we had the combined toys, but this time they had the vehicles that turned into bases again. And this is what we're going to chat about now. Not the combiner base, but a Micromaster. I'm going to get that wrong so many times. Micromaster base. Specifically the Decepticon one, Skystalker. So this is the box. And you know what? I like this box. It's very simple. I like the greys and that lot, and the hints of purple. I think it's kind of cool. I do find the artist rendition a bit weird, because you've got Skystalker in his shuttle, but the shuttle's in base mode in the cartoon. And they have him in the wrong colours. They've got him, I think it looks like red and black or red and grey, where Skystalker is a orange Porsche and has a purple body. But yeah, that's all you can really say about the front. And then the back of the box, we get a massive picture again of Skystalker in the wrong colours, with a little quote written down the bottom saying, "As 2 jets, I can double my firepower. With the aid of the supersonic jet pod, I'll turn that Autobot base into a molten metal. Prepare to meet your doom, Autobots. Jet pod, fire 1." I'm assuming it goes with the battle scene that we have as well, which showing Skystalker attacking Countdown's base. Well, his lunar launch pad, which is then in base mode. And I also think the extra bots that are helping him are meant to be the race car patrol team. I think the colours are similar, but the designs are awful. And then we also get a tech spec and bio card which reads Decepticon Skystalker. Function is Interstellar Assaults. And his quote is, "Terror reigns from the sky, the hapless rules on the ground." Right, obsessed with power, acquiring it and keeping it, and use it to tyrannize all those oppose him, lives for the day when the Decepticons will rule the universe under his command. The meanest fighter to ever raid an enemy outpost. Rockets across the galaxy in his fearsome space shuttle, destroying everything in his path. The shuttle and detachable jet pod armed with laser cannons, cluster bombs, accelerator beams, air-to-air missiles, nose cone modulator that emits earth-shattering sonic booms, control panel armed with long-range aerial tracking device and lock target laser guided system, lower platform equipped with atomic scrambler that disintegrates objects in seconds. I read that really quickly, but there's a lot there. This thing is just basically saying it's harm to the teeth. His strength is 4. His intelligence is 9. His speed is 7. Endurance is 9. His rank is 9. Courage is 8. Firepower is 10. And skill is 9. And yeah, he's proper powerful. Well, obviously that's all the Interstellar shuttle, more than the robots. Like I say, Skystalker just transforms into a little Porsche, but the shuttle is armed to the teeth. So let's bring out mine, and I will straight away apologize. This is mine from my childhood, and I must have got it like 91, because I must have been about 6, because why my parents would buy me a toy like this when I was 5, I don't quite get it, or 4. I'm too young at that point, so I must have got it when I was 6 years old. But this is mine, and I have had to put some replacement stickers on there, and it hasn't been stored very well, and the colors have started to change that horrible yellow color, so I do apologize. But yeah, this, as you can see, look at that, straight away you can see that color is wrong. But this is mine. This side looks better. There's the jet pod on top. And you know what? I absolutely loved this as a kid. I still love this. I think it's wicked. The instructions are weird though, because it says that these guns here need to be at the front, but yet they're molded. Right, that bit there is molded to fit under the wing here. So why The instructions say that is weird to me, but so yeah, they live under there, and those two guns sit at the front. And then underneath, you do actually have retractable wheels at the back there. And it says removable space pod, which is this, or jet pod. And again, you can see the blue is starting to go that weird blue yellowy color. It's bizarre. That's kind of more the blue it should be. Big gun at the top. The cockpit opens up, so you can put a Micromaster in there. But yeah, it's kind of cool. The gun raises up here, and in the back, and it's got two holes, which just peg on the back like that. So literally, you could lift it up by the jet pod. And then in the cockpit, we have Skystalker, and you can see what I mean. He's purple and orange with a yellow face, and then in the picture, he's black, grey, and red. So that's weird. But yeah, he transforms into a little Porsche, and it's just so simple. You know, you flip the front down, fold his legs back, and there we go. That's him in his Porsche mode. And then his rover mode is just sitting there underneath. But yeah. You see, that's what I mean. Choking hazard. Why would anyone do this to children? Well, give this to a 6-year-old. I think my parents are trying to kill me. But yeah, this is it. And it's freaking awesome. And like I say, I loved this thing when I was a kid. I couldn't have Tripticon for a very, very long time. So I kind of would mistransform this guy. I'll show you in a bit. And make it kind of like a dinosaur-esque shape. It's really bizarre. But like I say, you can take the jet pod off, open it up, get Skystalker, sit him in, and there you go. There is him inside that, and you know, he can fly off and shoot and that lot. But being a Micromaster base, and as you saw in the pictures, this thing converts into a battle station base thing. So what you do, fold the wheels up at the bottom, bend it completely back like that, rotate, pop the side open. This blue panel, which I never quite understand what it's meant to be, because you're meant to have someone standing there or not. You flip that open, and we have like this little computer terminal thing. The front. Oh, before you do that, remove the two front lasers because otherwise it's in the way. Rotate the nose cone like that, and you drop this panel down. So you have this like little platform. Oh, fold these wings up, fold that panel up like that. There you go, and you get given 2 ramps, and they can connect to the other Micromaster bases. So I've got, is it Skyhopper as well? And if I wanted to, I could connect that to this panel ramp here, and you could have like a little thing off. Again, micro machines. Remember how they all interconnect? Same thing. Put a gun turret up there. Put that one back on like that. And that is the basic base. Just a blue platform, a couple of ramps sticking off it. You've got the jet pod landing pad here, little gun turret. But yeah, that's it really. Like I say, you can fold. Oh, it scares me. The wings are tight, and yeah, you can go that way. Yeah, land the jet pod on there like that, or as it says in the instructions, you take out these things, rotate them round, unpeg the double barrel laser, which will peg in the front, like so, and this slots on the nose cone, like that. So you have this upside down jet pod turret thing, which you can put Skystalker in. Yeah, and there is, I will say, there is little holes, little pegs, sorry, which do peg into Skystalker's feet, he says. I don't want to break it. Oh, there you go. So yeah, that way, so he's more secure now, he doesn't move. And then just for a little bit of scale, I have my Generation 1 Swindle, because I like Swindle. You know, just for scaling, that's he's put on there. So you can even have like the Scramble City guys actually on this base. See? And just again, scaling. So there's Skyquake. No, not Skyquake. Skystalker. There's too many skies. The other one is Skyquake. The other Micromaster base set. So yeah, they needed to change up the names, I think. But we generally know the size of Scramble City bots. And yes, the only reason I have Swindle to hand is I plan on doing Bruticus. G1 Bruticus at some point soon. So yeah, you've got Swindle and then Skystalker there. So oh no. Yeah. Just move Swindle out the way. But it is a really cool playset, and like I say, I loved this thing as a kid, and as I mentioned, I didn't have Trypticon. So I would give this kind of a third mode. He says. I also will say, if you ever do buy this thing, or can find one, be careful, because one of the wings, and I think it's the left one, due to a manufacturing flaw in the early ones, it would snap. The hinge that holds it in place would snap off. So you have to be kind of careful with that. But what I would, like I say, what I would do, fold that. Have that like that. Put that one like there, like that. I would do this. Kind of imagine that's the mouth, and then you got a little arm here, and then with the feet. Yeah, it's kind of like this weird half transformed kind of my own dinosaur mode kind of thing. Yeah, kind of a cross between a shark and a dinosaur, but that was what I used to do as a kid, and I think it's so cool. I think this is one of the better. Oh, put that back. Micromaster bases going, I think. I used to play it a lot with this. This used to be quite a big piece of my childhood. And yeah, I am kind of gutted. I have ruined it with the yellowing of the plastic. I might have to get some hydrogen peroxide and see if I can get it to go back to its normal colours, because it did. The greys used to pop really nicely. The blue was actually gorgeous. But still, this is just a freaking awesome shuttle stroke bass thing. And yeah, like I say, I played with this a lot as a kid, and I'm really happy I still have it. That's it, guys. Not much more to say. This is a wicked toy, and it would look great in anyone's collection, and I highly recommend it. Like I say, I do have a lot of the Micromasters as well. I do have Countdown and his launch pad, but that is busted. That is horrible. I can't even put it on screen. It's embarrassing. But yeah, the Decepticon kind of screwed over because I only got a little one. Then Countdown was a huge base. But still, freaking awesome. Like I say, if you can find this thing on the secondary market in good nick with both wings and all the weapons, don't even think about it. Get it. Have it to your collection. It's awesome. Alright guys, that's it for me this time. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next Transformer Tuesday. Take it easy. Bye.